How the hell is this even supposed to work? What am I supposed to do? Split myself a million ways to hell and back? There's no way I can attach to something so teeny tiny. Worse yet, if I do manage to piece myself out, you're gonna come back with a horde of your little tiny friends, all wanting a piece of me, all willing to run away with that piece of me, so that the only thing left is my memory. And I'd rather that not happen. So either you can grow to a very big size, or I could shrink down, but technology simply isn't there yet. Besides, why would you want to attach to a symbiote? Do you have some kind of anxiety or depression? Are you just not feeling sexy enough? Either way, that's between you and your doctor. Not you and a stranger you flagged down at a Starbucks. How you managed to get into this Starbucks without being stepped on is itself a mystery. How I heard you despite your teeny tiny little voice is also quite astounding to me. Meaning, you must be so terribly desperate. I bet you read somewhere on Reddit that a symbiotic bodysuit is the answer to all of your problems. Maybe it is, but it's inconsiderate to not think of my problems. Namely, the aforementioned being taken apart piece by piece if I just said yes to every little tiny that came my way. What makes you so special? Why should I give a piece of myself to you and not to that barista over there? Wait a moment. I'm sorry. Did you just suggest being part of me forever and always? We are strangers, my friend. What do you know of me? A word of wisdom. Your friends, your lovers, your family, they all have things that make them your friends, your lovers, and your family. More often than not, friends, lovers, and family have more positives than they do negatives in terms of the things you can tolerate. Everyone has a habit that you will find annoying. Maybe they have an annoying laugh. Maybe they're messy. Maybe they're too persnickety. But they also remember your birthday and what kind of cake you like. Speaking of, I could really do with my coffee cake. What is that barista over there doing? She's staring at us rather hard. Too hard to be making me my frappuccino and my coffee cake. If I've got to pay all of this money for this overpriced coffee and this microwaved pastry, then I expect some kind of prompt service when the whole store is dead. Not literally. Anyway, back to your bizarre request. You don't know my positives, and you don't know my negatives. You don't know if you could tolerate my negatives over my positives, which I'm guessing for you was my looks. And yes, I am quite sexy, but that's neither here nor there. Sexy people can be assholes too, like that barista who does not have my frappuccino. I can't believe I tipped her. You know, a piece of me wants to ask for her manager. But I don't want to be that much of a Karen. Speaking of, that's my name. Karen. Would you really want to attach yourself forever to a Karen? Do you know how you would be attached to me? I'm guessing you did some research because you're nodding your itty-bitty little head so fervently I feel like your head's going to pop off and roll onto the floor. But just to remind you, I would have to swallow you whole, where the tendrils of my body would grasp onto you and pull you into my being. And yes, you would have your symbiote suit, with the major caveat of never being able to use it or be seen in it, and you'd just be attached to me, like a lifeboat attached to a mother's ship, where then you would be connected to me in my mind as a little voice chatting away in the back of my brain somewhere. And back to what I was saying about positives, negatives, and balances. What if I don't like the things you have to say? I wouldn't be able to mute you, and I would just have to blast my eardrums with some kind of heavy metal or something. And that doesn't sound pleasant for me. Now, if you don't mind, I'll allow you to sit here on my table while I wait for my purchased goods, which still have not come to me, and I will be listening to my favorite audiobook by my favorite author. And, even better, the book is being read by the author, whose voice is just so sultry, and I could get lost in the stories easy peasy. Oh, you want to know what the book is about? It's hard to explain to simpletons, so I'm not sure if you want to hear it. Well, there's that fervent head shaking again. All right, then. The book is about the disappearance of the Goblin 63 oil rig out in the North Atlantic. It was one of the largest floating structures known to man, and it just disappeared without a trace. Some say it sunk, but there's no evidence of that. Others say it drifted off to Ireland somewhere, but once again there's no evidence of that. And others still say that it was captured and stolen by a giantess orca woman. And although I would love to believe that there are such things as giantess orca women, I am not so sure about that last little theory. Oh, wait. You wrote this book? You also wrote about the Queen Anne's Revenge Titanic, the biggest pirate ship to haunt the Outer Banks of the North Carolinian coast? No, you didn't. How are you supposed to study the Outer Banks in a tiny little paper boat? You had to have been on a proper research vessel. Alright, that's it. I'm looking at the Wikipedia. There is absolutely no... Oh. Well, don't I feel like an asshole? I'm sorry, it's just not every day that you meet your favorite author at a Starbucks, where I still have not gotten my frappuccino or my coffee cake. Why are you just staring at me, lady? Well, at least give me my money back. Is she even blinking? This is... Honestly, it's just creepy. That's it. I'm going to tell Starbucks headquarters that you're being creepy. That is, after I ask you a bunch of questions, because obviously I've got to pick your brain. How the hell did you get to the bottom of the sea right off the coast of Nova Scotia where the wreck of the Britannic is? And I can't help but wonder how small your submarine was, or how it didn't smash under all that water pressure. Were you in a regular-sized submarine? Perhaps you were in the Crab Lab. Oh, the Crab Lab is extremely famous around North Carolina. No, you couldn't have been in the Crab Lab. Did you sneak on to the QAR Titanic, the big pirate ship I mentioned? Oh, I'm overwhelming you with questions. I admit, I wish that you could talk faster and answer all of my questions before I have to leave, whenever that will be. And honestly, I feel so terribly rude. You could share your experiences with me. If you attached to me. Well, you wouldn't be able to write anymore. Yes, I could handle a substantial amount of water pressure. And yes, I am an extremophile. Oh. Well, I would be quite useful for oceanic exploration. Honestly, it's all coming together now. You become one with me, and I could bring you anywhere you want in the deepness that is the sea. Or seas. more accurately. I honestly wish you would have started with all of this information. We would have already gotten the symbiosis process underway. And I'm guessing I'll have to do it without any kind of coffee or food, which is, yes, annoying to me, but a chance to go exploring with you in my mind, like a free audiobook forever. Yes, that's quite worth it to me, I think. What? The barista's your wife? Oh, here we go. There's that slippery slope. I bet you want me to devour her as well. Oh, she thinks I'm cute. She was watching to make sure that you didn't make a fool of yourself when low-key flirting with me. You know that's called unicorn hunting, and it's terribly problematic. And using your status as my favorite author is also problematic. Well, why is she working at a Starbucks? Oh, being a writer is extremely expensive and you don't get paid a lot. That makes sense. Well, better now than never, I suppose. I am going to pick you up. I'm going to pop you like a pill. Only once I have my frappuccino. Damn it. If you gave me my coffee, I might have said yes sooner. Thank you! Was that so hard? Sorry, I was about to call your manager, by the way. I get very grumpy if I don't have my coffee. All right, little one. Let's go ahead and get this over with. I'm just going to pick you up gently so I don't dislocate your arm. Oh, hold on, need that coffee. All right. Now you should maybe find a good wall somewhere to be attached to forever. Somewhere nice and cozy where you won't be battered by all of the coffee I will be drinking. Also, I hope you like caramel coffee, 'cause I don't drink anything else. Oh, it seems as if we are mentally connected now. You know, looking at your wife there in her cute barista outfit. Well, I see why you married her. And that look she's giving me is telling me that she chose correctly as well. And I can already see, with my own mind's eye, such a wonderful feeling. You know, maybe I should call the manager to tell them how wonderful you both are. And yes, I am a completely different person when I have my coffee. Hey, y'all, it's Marsha O'Hare with Nightmare Public Broadcasting, here to say that sure was a hot cup of coffee. The people who deserve overpriced coffee are Zemo, Rocco, the Lagasamancer, Ayafyakpa, Yokathul, P-Duff, Pingley, Cherry was script, Man of Many Bees, Axel Gale, Kai Metis, Christopher O.S. Nightbringer, Jared Sir, Organic Emerald, Sam Myers, Jackson Daniel 42, Pempster Mogus, Gethin Jones, and Joshua Hadley. Wait, not everybody likes coffee? Well, everybody likes awesome content such as the comics and audio essays and exclusives over at patreon.com/belladonnaasmr. Also, did y'all know that I stream over on twitch.tv/belladonnaasmr every Tuesday and Friday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time? Did you know that Richard Nixon was a cowboy with a robot dog? Well, then don't miss that next live stream or you'll be far, far behind. Subscribe right now so you'll get notified when I go live. Also, extra word up to Alcatraz for giving my Pippin and my newbies some true sticks for our very long and arduous drive across the United States. Now, y'all stay safe out there for me. Bye! Pippin? What do you mean orca giantesses are real? What do you mean there'll be an audio about it on Saturday? Are you some kind of psychic or something? Well, that's why I love you so much, Pippin. I hate packing.